It's Levack and Goss on 104.5 The Team.
We are live from the Stretch Bar here at the Saratoga Racecourse. A little bit of a rainy, muddy Friday, which usually means some long shots, some craziness, a little bit tougher for the people who really take their time to break things down. A little easier for guys like me who go, oh, pretty color, and pick the horses that way. Speaking of guys who put way too much time into breaking them down for how much they win, Brian, the closer, Mariano, joins us right now. And closer, how you doing today?
Not too bad, guys. I know the weather isn't exactly what we're looking for, but still some chances to make some money, even though the last race really cost me when it came to my pick 5. But nonetheless, we're happy to be up here. Another great Friday at the spa, and then Whitney weekend. Can't get any better than that.
Absolutely. So right now, as far as the boot bet goes,
we're still doing that?
Let's just
okay.
let's
know we were still doing that.
Let's just till July. Let's rip the Band-Aid off. Where are you at in the standings?
I'm
third.
looking up at both of you guys. Yeah, top 3 though. I'm in top 3. But I only got about $100 left, so I'm telling you, one of these times is going to be just $100 to win on a horse. Okay, and I'm gonna be right back in it rather than this Gaz guy who's betting $5 to win on 4 to 5 shots that lose. My goodness, I do sound a little bit bitter on that one. It's okay.
I got a $3 superfecta straight ticket here, so this is either go small or get big, one of the two.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so Gaz is at 449.80 because he hasn't bet at all.
Ever.
I'm at 332.10. Where are you at?
I'm at $100 and 60-something cents. Yeah.
What kind of what kind of beer do you want to drink out of the booth?
Oh, see, I love this though. I love the confidence that you two feel that you have already. There's still a lot of time left in this meet.
I'm just at this moment. If the thing ended today, you would be the loser.
It's not ending today.
I'm just curious if you could pick, because as everybody knows, the high score, which right now would be Gaz, would get to pick what you drink out of the LG Boot Bet boot.
Right.
So you would be the low score at this moment.
That is correct.
If he was a generous man and would let you pick what you drank out of it, what right now, what would you want?
Well, for my liver and for the time frame that this has to be done, it would probably be some sort of light beer, whatever it may be. But depending on, if he wants to be a good friend or a bad friend, it could end up being like a Guinness or something, depending on how he wants to go about this.
Incorrect answer. The correct answer was Labatt Blue. The Labatt Blue training camp tour continues this week. You're there on Tuesday. You failed. You're now gone. You're not going to it, son.
No. How's that working? Wait a second.
Ricardo Santana Jr. My goodness, you'd be in the lead right now. I think all of us would have a lot more fatter pockets if Ricardo Santana Jr. we knew.
Why'd you look at me when you said fat?
Why is he doing so well,
Goodness.
Santana Jr., this meet so far?
I mean, Ricardo's always been a good rider, but in a colony that we have here where you have the Ortiz brothers, John Velasquez, Javier Castellano, it really is hard to kind of stick out if you're not getting those top rides because when you have the Ortiz brothers, they're going to be connected with a Chad Brown and a Todd Pletcher and a lot of the big-time trainers. Now, with as good as Steve Asmussen's horses have been to start this meet, he's the main guy, Ricardo Santana Jr. So when you have the spoils of how good the trainer's doing, the jockey's going to go ahead and do that and do well as well. But Ricardo's always been good.
The dream work.
There's no doubt about it. He had the winner in race 1 today to start off the card. So Ricardo Santana having a tremendous meet, already in double-digit wins. He finished off last year's meet really well, too, if you remember. So kind of feeling nice and comfortable here at the Spa Oval.
Our buddy, a friend of the show, Gary Contessa, ended up with the second race today. So
his first winner of the meet. So that's good.
So he's on the board. We appreciate that from him. All right, looking through today, what do you like today?
Yeah, tough card now with everything being scratched. They're waiting to see if any other race will be off the turf. They did take race number 6 off the turf as well. I did like a horse in there, the 10 Beau Arts, but they just recently scratched him because of the race coming off the turf. If I'm looking around for some sort of winner, as I liked a horse in the last race, obviously so did Gaz, Sudden Surprise, who ran second with his even money $5 win wager. I'm going to go right to the Hall of Fame stakes later today, and a horse that myself and John Preachy really liked when looking at the race earlier was Murad, the 2 horse in race 9. This horse actually one of the very few in this race cutting back in distance to the mile and a 16th. Ran in the Belmont Derby last time out, got beat by Catholic Boy, ran 6th, but actually didn't really have that great a trip. Sat in 3 wide both turns, didn't really have a great look from there. I'm looking back to his 3 starts back at Churchill Downs on a yielding turf course, so that could help him today with this turf course listed as good. Could be able to sit off the pace a little bit, adding Irad Ortiz Jr. for Chad Pletcher. I'm hoping we get the 5-1 morning line, but with the yielding turf course, might be more of a 7-2, maybe 3-1. I know Chad Brown's horse going to take a lot of money, Raging Bull the 4. So those are the two that I like in the Hall of Fame stakes today, the 4 Raging Bull and the 2 Murad in the National Museum of Racing Hall of Fame stakes.
What makes this fun today especially is that you're on Big Board Sports in the afternoon. You were co-hosting today. You'll be co-hosting next Friday. And because of the weather and the rain and how much more rain is hit, you can almost change your bets from noon until now. So have you changed anything when it comes to the weekend, Saturday and Sunday from this morning?
I mean, not so much on the weekend yet, because we don't know, according to the forecast and the wonderful Mike Trout-esque meteorologist that I am, it seems as if the rain will go continue.
Yourself to Mike Trout.
My God. Listen, maybe a betting horses were the same.
Okay, that's fine. All right, you know what? I take it back.
There you go. So if you look at what most are forecasting is rain throughout tonight into early morning tomorrow, and then it's going to get nice. So by the time the Whitneys run tomorrow, it could be back to a good or fast main track because this does drain so well. So when you get to tomorrow's Whitney, obviously Diversify is the 7-5 morning line favorite. Mind Your Biscuits, the 2 New York breds, the 2 favorites. I'm just not sure exactly if Mind Your Biscuits can go 2 turns, so I'm a little concerned of the 1 1/8. There are other people that aren't concerned, so maybe we'll see how that works. Diversify seems to be much the best here. Still doesn't mean I'm going to play a win wager at 7-5. I'll look elsewhere as well. There's definitely a horse like Taproot on the Rail who won the Belmont last year that I like. Backyard Heaven for Chad Brown, the 2 horse as well. And then don't forget about Good Samaritan, who won the Jim Dandy here last year. Seems to be a horse for the course kind of type. And if any 2 or 3 horses want to go push Diversify or get fast early fractions, that's where Good Samaritan could really come running late. So the 2 that I'm going to play and really like in tomorrow's Whitney are going to be Backyard Heaven for Chad Brown, the 2, and of course Good Samaritan towards the outside. Kind of a little bit of a price play, but don't keep Diversify off your I would never talk anybody off Diversify. I think the horse has a real chance, but I'm just looking to try and find somewhere else to go. So look at Brickyard Heaven and Good Samaritan.
Levack and Goz, 104.5 team live from the Stretch Bar here at Saratoga. Closer with us. We covered the LG boot bet. We talked about your plays. Before you got here today, guys, something happened that literally I don't think I've ever been this afraid at Saratoga or the show.
Right.
So I always get plays before Goz. Goz very slow.
He's always late.
Deliberate. We'll say deliberate, not slow. He's deliberate.
I get here an hour before the show. But nonetheless.
I don't know if that's true. So I'm sitting here, and I'm set up, and I'm doing everything, and there's a phone sitting next to me. My phone's right here. So all of a sudden the phone starts ringing, and it says Dad. And Closer and Harambe are here, and I turn white as a ghost. I'm looking around like, what do I do? Everybody's like, what's wrong? What's wrong? And then I realize it's not my phone. It's Closer's phone. For those of you who don't know, my father passed away 1993. So when I looked down and saw what I thought was my phone and that Dad was calling me.
I don't want to laugh.
No,
still,
you can.
Like, you scared me because I was sitting next to you, and you're like, oh, my God. I'm like, what? So I thought something wrong with the computer, something wrong with what we were set up here at the Stretch. And then all of a sudden, you're like, just unplugged my phone from the charger and just handed it to me.
And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, well, because my initial thought was, oh, dear God. How is he calling me? I don't think he didn't even have a cell phone. They weren't prevalent then. And then my next thought was, who is messing with me? Who got into my phone and changed their name to Dad?
That's what I said. I go, Goz is calling you. He's going to be late. He would change his name to Dad to kind of get you going a little bit. But, no, it was all just funny at the point because I thought something was really wrong. And then I answered the phone, and I'm laughing, and my father just like, is there like something wrong? I go, don't worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, so my dad called me today. Deal with that.
He seems a little bit off. I was wondering why, but now it all seems to make sense now. It's okay.
Yeah, I have not been the same since he called.
What if you answered? He said, put 10 down on the 4 horse and hung up.
I put a lot more than 10. Be a lot more than 10. It would. It would have been something like, put 159 on the daily number. I was okay.
Okay, where can we go to get the daily number here?
Yeah, we can make it happen. Oh man, so I'll tell you, not many things will knock me off my game. My father, who's been passed away, God rest his soul, since 1993, calling me right before a show, that will put me on tilt. That will put me directly on tilt.
Well, I mean, I'm looking forward to not only this weekend with the Whitney being here, a lot of great races on the undercard.
Oh, you think the Whitney's
important?
Well. My dad called. Take that, Saratoga.
Oh, man.
Can I borrow your phone? I feel like cool things happen on your phone.
Yeah, my dad just called me. It's
Did
weird.
he really? All right, so closer for the Whitney. Use Diversified, but Good Samaritan Backyard. What was it? Backyard
Heaven, yep.
Backyard Heaven and Good Samaritan are the horses you're going to.
No doubt.
I'll say it for you. You achieve value with.
See, I still haven't used the word.
You haven't used it.
Saying it the entire time.
You also haven't won any money.
And naturally, David Cohen, who I needed to win race 3, doesn't win for me and wins race 4 when I didn't need him to win. So naturally, that's how my meet has been going.
You are having a great meet.
We mentioned Ricardo Santana, another second-place finish.
Hey, he just keeps raking them in, man.
Yeah.
Looking forward to going to Bills camp with you guys on Tuesday. That's going to be fun.
Levack Blue Tour continues. Monday we'll be at Jets camp. Tuesday we're going to be at Bills camp. Closers coming with us for that one. It's going to be a great time as always.
I hear the dinner is going to be amazing.
Oh yeah, we're totally hitting garbage
plates, man.
Looking forward to that.
Absolutely, dude.
Actually, Jake, come here. Our boss is here real quick. So we're at Patriots camp. Jake's one of the biggest Patriots fans we know.
Oh yeah, he'll tell you.
Sounded good? Well, here, take the mic real quick because it was crazy. So
listen, the leader of Patriot Nation actually paid respect.
I had no
greatest
choice.
football team in the last 25 years.
Why
20 years?
See, I did good things.
The greatest quarterback in the last.
Well, he's probably it. He is.
The greatest coach.
Who gave him a microphone?
All time. But I did like the broadcast sounded great. You guys sounded great.
Well, we're in the press corps.
I thought it was a love fest for the Patriots.
It kind of was. But we're in the press corps, and we're sitting there, and we're watching everything, we're taking notes, and all of a sudden this guy who could be your twin goes walking like
handsome.
beautiful man.
He was devastatingingly handsome and smart.
It's truth.
And
he's holding our paychecks in front of us, threatening to tear them up. We don't agree.
Just taking zeros off them. That's all. Remove a zero.
There's not many zeros.
Well, there are too many. Some days there are too many.
But no, this guy walks by, and I'm like, holy cow, that's like, it was you.
My doppelganger?
Yeah, and I'm like, and guys goes, but he's on the field. It can't be. I go, if anybody was going to get on the field at Patriots camp, it would be Market President
Was
Jake.
it the kicker?
No, it was just you. It was just some guy.
It was you.
Some other devastatingly handsome,
random Patriots executive walking by who looked just like, I'm trying to get a picture of him, but like much like you, he also scooted away so fast I couldn't get the pic. But yeah, you were there.
Was it you? We want to know.
Yeah, were you at Patriots?
Have the day off yesterday?
I was not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you know what's coming next. Somebody had to go make money to pay you.
I was actually playing golf.
Were you?
Yes. So somebody has to do it. Now I'm here at the track today because someone needs to come and supervise you children.
Yes, sir.
And make sure that the equipment's actually working today.
And well, this is 4 days in a row, so we're
yes.
That's what I'm talking about.
Well, G&A and then the post show. We're live, you guys. So many places. It gets a little crazy.
And you're everywhere making sure it happens.
Roger's show sounded great. Roger and Chris sounded great from Giants camp.
Well, I mean, except for the fact that it was Roger and Chris and not us,
Wow, that's cold.
Speaking of cold, the Levack Blue training camp tour goes on Monday, live from Jets camp. We get a chance for you to win some prizes coming up next.